Welcome back. In this video, I want to talk about the infamous Game Genie. But first of all, here I have my DMG device and I have a Pac-Man cartridge. This is the original cartridge from Pac-Man, and in the sense that it hasn't been tampered with. It is still undisturbed. And of course, if I just boot it up, I get to play this version of Pac-Man. Notice that it doesn't fit in the screen, so we have to rely on scrolling. Yeah, now I can hit Ghost and you get the drill. It's just Pac-Man with a scroll. So what was the Game Genie all about? So here I have the box of the Game Genie for the Game Boy. Maybe you remember the Game Genie from the NES, the original Nintendo Entertainment System. But there was also a Game Genie for DMG, for Game Boy, and there was also a Game Genie for the Sega Game Gear. So let's unbox this one, shall we? So this is the Game Genie. What was the Game Genie all about? Well, in the box you can see that the Game Genie can power up your games. It says here that it will work on any game. You can have more you can be more powerful, you can go faster, you can jump higher, you can have more lives and things like that. So yeah, let's see it in action. Here, very conveniently, it comes with a book of cheat codes or a book of spells. This is the book where we will look for our codes and type them in the Game Genie, so the Game Genie can make our wishes come true. So yeah, let's see it in action, shall we? First of all, I grab my Pac-Man cartridge and I'm going to connect it, not like this, but in the inverse. Notice as well that here I have a sticker already. And this sticker came from the box of the Game Genie. There were some stickers that already provided the codes. I think it's very convenient. And I'm going to just connect it into the DMG. I hope that I got it right. So let's just turn it on. There we go. So here you see that we are not being greeted by the normal Pac-Man screen. We are greeted by this screen that is prompting us to input a code. So let's see. I'm going to grab my book of spells and I am going to look for the P for Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Oh, here it is. Pac-Man. Pac-Man. Start with 1 life. Start with 6 lives. Well, this will not make your life easier. It's actually going to complicate it, but starting it with 6 lives can be interesting. Let's see, next page. Oh, even it gets more interesting. Start with 9 lives, and there's another code for making Pac-Man invincible to the ghost. Cool. Oh, okay, so let's try it. I'm going to try this code and start Pac-Man with 6 lives. And here's also the code. I'm gonna use this one, start Pac-Man with 6 lives. So we need to type it in. We're all set. So if I press start, let's see if it's true that now we have 6 lives instead of the normal 3 lives. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 0 based, so it is expected that only 5 lives will show. Gonna get myself killed on purpose. And see, I truly have 6 lives instead of the normal 3 lives. So what about Invincible Pac-Man? It is very convenient that I can press this button, the code screen, and I will reset and go back to the screen where I can input a code. So let's go for the Invincible Pac-Man this time. Oh, look, I'm invincible. I cannot even need the ghost. They have just been reduced to a sprite, to a background sprite. I cannot interact with them. So in a sense, I guess I'm invincible. They won't be bothering me as I munch all the pellets. So there you go. I'm invincible now. So now the question that should be on your mind is, how does this work? What is the magic behind this? How is it possible that we can modify games that have already been shipped and we can modify properties of the games like the number of lives that we start with or just making him invincible to the ghost? We will demystify how the Game Genie codes actually work, what is it doing to your cartridge, and how it is able to modify your game. And most importantly, since you will know how the codes work, you will be able to create your own codes for your own games. Isn't it cool? Well, see you in the next video, and we will take a deep dive into how Game Genie codes work. See you there. Thanks for watching.